Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here with my very first ever TV review, and it's the Samsung TU7000. It's funny, I wanted to say Samsung Galaxy. I'm so used to reviewing phones and other Samsung Galaxy products, but this right here, the Samsung TU7000, it's a 2020 television, and it's 4K, 60 hertz TV, 50 inches, and it MSRPs for about $350. Now, this was not sent out as a review unit. I bought this with my own money because I wanted to upgrade the TV that I have out in my studio. And I have to say that I really like it. And I'm going to get into all that. But before we get into talking about the TV, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now, let's talk about this fancy TV. Okay, so some of the stuff you need to know about this TV. It comes in different sizes. You can get it in 65 inch, 55 inch. I got a 50 inch, and I think it's kind of the sweet spot for me in this room because my room is like an 8x10. I have it mounted up on the wall. It works out great, and it's surprisingly really good for gaming. It has low lag input, so you have a really good gaming experience. It looks nice on the TV. It's a VA panel. It's not IPS, it's VA, which means you get great picture, you get great color contrast, you get good black colors and saturation, and you get really good viewing angles as opposed to like an IPS panel. But just to temper some expectations, it is a $350 TV at this price range. What made this so appealing to me, one is that it's Samsung. It's part of their new Crystal Series TVs, which is fine. I mean, that's all well and dandy. I'm not the biggest TV expert in the world. I like them. I know about refresh rates. I know about contrast, some of that stuff. But the big selling point for me was the price and the name. And it's also running Tizen, which is the system that allows you to have the smart features enabled into it. Plus, it has connectivity with Alexa. It has connectivity with Google. And it has connectivity with your Samsung SmartThings. So it has really good integration with your phone. You can use your smartphone if you use a Samsung app and you have a Samsung phone with the SmartThings. You can control the TV that way. You can use it as a remote control. You can change the channels on it. You can change the settings on it. So you can control this 3 different ways. You can use the buttons on the bottom of the TV, which kind of rudimentary, but if you have to, it'll work. And that's one nice thing because I've seen some TVs before where if you lose the remote, you're pretty much up the creek without a paddle. This one works great. You can use the buttons, you can use the remote control that comes with it, which is very robust and has tons and tons of buttons. It has a very well-developed menu setup. You can use it with Apple AirPlay 2, so you can even stream your music and stuff to it that way. It's funny because you can actually go up with your Samsung phone and tap on the edge of the TV, which I'll demonstrate later, and it'll pop up with an option on your phone to connect it so you can share your phone to the TV screen, which is kind of cool. So it has a lot of different features. You can get Netflix, you can get Hulu, Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, all the big apps that you need so you can use your streaming services, which I've been using and work perfectly great. And it's quick. It's not laggy. I was a little bit hesitant with the smart TV being a Samsung because I did have a Samsung smart TV, one of the cool 55-inch curved ones I got about 4 or 5 years ago. Loved it, but let's face it, the interface was terrible. This one just has a regular remote. It doesn't have all the motion stuff in it. The remote works well. It's very responsive, and it uses AAA batteries, so it works out fine. But then being able to use your phone also is a nice kicker. So sometimes it's nice. I'll just sit there in my chair, flip open my phone, open the app, and I'll change things that way. One thing I really like, which you'll see here in the video in a minute, is that it can turn on your Xbox for you, which is cool. It detects and automatically names the inputs that are in there. So if your Xbox One is connected to it, there'll be an input for Xbox One. If you click on it, it will automatically fire up your Xbox. I totally dig that. So some of the cool stuff that you get in here. Okay, so it is a 4K TV. It has about a 5,000 to 1 contrast ratio, which is pretty good. It has HDR. The HDR brightness is not the greatest in the world, but it does have it, so it does give you some enhancement there. One thing I really like about it is it has a built-in game mode, which is really nice. Whenever you play your games, especially like your Xbox, you fire it up. Once it gets into the game, there's a little pop-up that says game mode enabled, and it puts it into the motion 120 refresh rate. It's really just a 60 hertz refresh rate TV, but this does give it a little extra smoothing and it does look better. It's very responsive. I will say I play Call of Duty on it all the time and it looks perfectly good to me. So I don't have any complaints at all with that, and it's nice that it turns it on and off. It's not something you have to go find in the settings. And it is very easy to change the other picture setting modes from dynamic to standard to energy saving, all that stuff, but I pretty much always leave mine on dynamic, and then of course it goes into game mode whenever I'm going that route. It does have Samsung TV on it, which is kind of like Pluto TV if you've ever used that before. It's kind of like, it does have commercials and it has a bunch of different obscure channels that they come up with the names for and throw the content in there. But if you just want something around to turn on for some noise, a couple cooking channels on there and some other stuff, you can use that. I mean, it's perfectly fine. This is a really good streaming TV and they're responsive. When you pull them up, you press the button, there's a dedicated Netflix button, there's a dedicated Amazon Prime button in there. So you can just press those and it'll go straight to them, which is nice. And another cool thing, whenever you use the smart services in conjunction with like your Google or with your other smart assistant, you can tell it to change the channel, adjust the volume, some of that cool stuff. I don't have it set up out here in my office, but that is something I wanted to tell you about so that you can use it that way. Now, getting back to the price, $349 MSRP, I think is very fair for this TV. It might be $399. I got it on sale, I think, for $349 at Best Buy. And then I got an open box one. So it was $279 open box. I had $25 of Reward Zone certificates. So after tax and everything was said and done, I paid $270, which is just mind-blowing to me. I did buy my very first plasma TV back in like 2004. I paid over $2,000 for a 42-inch plasma that was only 480p. So to be able to get a 50-inch 4K TV now that I paid less than $300 for is absolutely insane. So the next thing I would do is I want to go ahead and show you. It has the 200 by 200 VESA mount on the back. As long as you have one of the mounts that supports TVs up over 55 inches, it'll be fine. The TV itself is not very heavy. I was able to install it by myself. I just picked it up and put it on the wall. I put the mounts on the back, and you need to make sure you have the right size screws. I'll show you the screw here in a minute. We'll go ahead and take a look at the back and also the connections that are on there. So let's do that now. Time to look at the back of the TV. You got the power plug, you've got two HDMI outs, one with eARC support, which is great. You've got LAN, so you can plug in an internet cable, antenna, a USB plug, and also the digital optical out, which is great for being able to plug it into a sound bar and things like that. But I think it's plenty of connectivity. You don't have the components or the AV stuff, but that really hasn't been on recent TVs in quite a while, so that's not something I really expect to be here. Here's the TV mount that I have. It's a VESA 200 by 200 is what you need to use for it. Here's the screw, the M8 1¼ by 25 millimeter. Inside the paperwork it says 20 to 22. I bought 20 to 22. They were not long enough that I found, so I got the 25 millimeter with the thumb screw and the Allen key head on it. Works perfectly fine. You've got 4 of them, 2 up top, 2 on the bottom. All you have to do is pop those suckers in and tighten them down. Easy peasy. I've been using this on my wall mount since I got it. This one supports, mine supports up to like a 55 or a 60 inch, but since it's a 50-inch TV, it's relatively light. As long as you get one of the brackets or the mounts that holds up to 55-inch TV, you'll be perfectly good. And then here's the buttons on the bottom. You can turn it down, and also to be able to control the TV in the event that you lose your remote or anything crazy like that. I want to also show you the legs in the event that you don't want to mount this on the wall. Easy peasy, marked left and right, you just pop them in. They go in really easy, and there's no screws, which is super nice. You can get this thing set up in like 5 minutes, and then they're pretty easy to pull back out as well. But I wanted to go ahead and show you, 1, the ports, 1, how to install the mount, and 2, just how easy it is to get this TV set up. Put the legs in there, pop it on the wall, and you're ready to go. It's really, really easy, and I like it. All right, so that's all I've got on my review of the Samsung TU7000 TV. I totally like it a lot. I'm super happy at the price range I got it for. If you can get this TV for 400 bucks or less, I think you're going to be really happy with it. Now, it doesn't have 120 hertz refresh rate. It doesn't have, the most amazing HDR in the world. It doesn't have a lot of the stuff that you would associate with really expensive TVs. But right now, in 2020, who wants to go buy $1,000 or $2,000 TV when you can get a really good TV for 300 or 400 bucks? I'm not a TV snob. I'm not a TV aficionado. I'm a phone reviewer, and I like to play video games, and I like to watch TV. And this TV works great for me. And if it works great for me, if you're sitting there with $400 in your pocket thinking, what TV should I get with my money? I'm really happy with this one. I have absolutely no problem recommending it. And check Best Buy for the open box stuff. And if it is open box and there's some things wrong with it, take the sucker back. Try again. Or you can just get it for the $350 or $399, whatever the current price of it is. But shop for deals, look around, because this is a very budget-conscious TV, but it's not a budget TV. This isn't one of those ones where it's like $199 Insignia or a $250 Hisense. It's a Samsung. It looks really nice. I've been really impressed with it. The smart integration is really good, and it's great for gaming. I looked around online. It actually has really good reviews as far as being a gaming TV. So if you want a low-frills gaming TV that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, this one right here works fantastic for me on Call of Duty Warzone, which I play on it every single day. So that's all I've got. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's given you the information that you needed to make a decision on whether this TV is right for you, or kind of steered you in one way or the other if it's something that you're looking forward to. Now, like I said, not sponsored, I bought this myself with my own money. So this is just my thoughts on a product that I went out and bought, that I was happy about, that I wanted to tell people, hey, I think this is a solid TV. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.